Hey guys, just wanted to walk you through this MindTap site because we will be using it a lot this term. So just wanted to give you a general overview and kind of what you should look at today. But the main goal today is just to get set up on this site. So just some things, follow that link in Google Classroom. Follow the instructions as well. There's a video and there is like an instruction sheet. They both basically say the same thing. And I don't know if you'll actually need the course key or not, but I think you should be able to hopefully figure it out. But I'm available by email if you're having problems. When you go back to logging in, you might get to this screen here, which asks you to find your school. And if that is the case, just type in Hopkins. It should be Hopkins High School. Yep, Hopkins High School, like that. And then it should pop up a spot for you to log in with the username and password that you set up. Just to make it easy, use your your school Google account and your school password just so you can remember that stuff as well. So logging in, once you get in, your screen should look something like this. This is the software that we're going to be using for accounting. Like I said, pretty much all of your assignments and all of your tests are going to be on this site, as well as the book and everything like that too. So I just wanted to at least show you around the site just a little bit to show you some key components. And as we go along too, I'll have some other videos to kind of go through some of the concepts and stuff like that too. But just to look around a little bit here, it should look a little something like this, like I said, and then everything in here, yours might look a little different because mine is kind of the teacher view, but we're going to be working only in this class from part one, which includes 8 chapters. I don't know if we'll get through all of those or not, but if you click the arrows, it expands things. Part one is just an introduction to the whole part, and it basically just talks about this business called Delgado Web Services, which you'll see throughout the entire course as like the example business that's used to reference as we're working through this stuff. So all the stuff that you're going to do is dealing with this fictitious business called Delgado Web Services. So I wanted you to read that today, please, just to kind of glance through it so you get a little bit of an idea of what that is. It's a service-based business, and so that's what we're going to be practicing, these accounting concepts with a service-based business. Additionally, we're going to start with chapter 1. And so just to kind of go through some of these, if you'll look at these little icons next to each one, the ones that look like a book means that they are just links to certain sections in the textbook itself. You also have a full copy of the textbook over here on the right where it says full book. And if you click on that, it should share your screen a little bit so you can have the work open plus the book as well. And so you can jump around by using the table of contents. Once you kind of get there, you can type in page numbers up at the top. So like I know this first one, I was having troubles typing in single page numbers for some reason, but once you get up to the 10s and above, it should be good. So there is that. Moving on, the chapter 1, and so I asked that you also read the chapter 1 introduction, which has a short little activity talking about Tom's shoes and entrepreneurship, and then there's going to be a Google form question for you to answer as well today. So today, just read part 1, the introduction, and chapter 1, the introduction. Tomorrow, we'll start in on chapter 1, section 1s, 2, and 3. And so if you expand each of these, there's more reading, so that takes you to the textbook from lesson 1.1. And then down here, there's practice questions as we go through these things. So like the first one is building a personal net worth statement, which I will talk about in a lecture video that I'll put out tomorrow. So anything you see with this orange circle means that it does count towards your grades, and there are the point values there. So reading, practice, and then the same thing for section 2 and the same thing for section 3 as well. And that's pretty standard. And what we're going to go through is some reading and then some practice problems. As you'll see down here, we have the tests, which I'm going to hide from you, so you can't take them early, but I'll put those up when we're about to take them. Otherwise, in chapter review, there are study guides as well, and the study guides are going to focus mostly on vocabulary, and that's going to be kind of one of the first assignments that you'll do. So I'll refer to chapter 1 review, to the study guide, and then you click on those things there. There's going to be additional application problems. I will probably not assign all of these. I will take some out, but just so you can kind of see what this site sort of looks like there. When you actually click into some of these practice problems, so for the personal net worth statement, we'll click into that one just to have a look. Sometimes there's multiple parts to each of these. So for a lot of these practice problems, there's one that says work together, and it gives you a page number reference, which I have found if you open the book and type in page 9, for whatever reason, I was having a hard time with that. So 9 doesn't show up. It takes me to page 19. Don't know why. So I typed in page 10, and it's there. It takes me to the end of the lesson, though. So these page numbers are generally referencing the end of the lesson. So you are going to have to kind of go back a little bit. So if we go back a few pages, accounting and personal life, that's what this personal net worth statement is dealing. And it gives you an example to work from. And so you'll click into the assignment itself, and it's going to pull up, and I've done this one already, and that's fine, how to actually complete a net worth statement. So I was looking at this. Now, the last thing that I will notice with this is that this textbook, it kind of cuts off the images. And I don't know why, again, it does this, but I haven't figured out a way to get around it in here. So one idea, if I click and kind of drag, you can sort of see what the part that's cut off in the numbers, or you could just open a new tab and open the MindTap site again, and then open the full book and have it displayed on a whole new tab and do it that way too. So either way, these are little troubleshooting things that I have found so far that we will get to and address as they pop up. So that's it for the introduction to this. There's more to come tomorrow, but again, today, just please read part 1 and then read chapter 1 and answer the questions on the Google form.